Hi, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. This time, I've got a bottle of beer from the Buxton Brewery, one that I'm really looking forward to. It's the Axe Rocks, as it says on the label, super hopped black and tan. Now this is an interesting idea. It's essentially, it's a blend of the two recipes for two of their kind of like core beers, Axe Edge, which is their IPA, and then Black Rocks, their Black IPA. So in theory, it's not really black and tan, it's just a more hoppy black IPA maybe? You know what I mean? How can you... A black and tan is literally a mix of two beers. So if it was a mix of two beers, then it would be a black and tan. But if it's just a mix of the recipe, it's just probably a black IPA. Anyway, I'm a big fan of Buxton. I've been for a number of years now. So this is... What's the ABV? 6.4% ABV. So kind of ABV sits somewhere between those two beers as well. I can't remember what they are. Axe Edge is probably top end of 6s, maybe 7 point something. Don't know off the top of my head. So I'm not expecting it to be quite as dark as Black Rocks is. And it is, I mean, it's pouring exactly as that I'd expect. Depends what stout you use in a black and tan, I think. I often think it is much darker. And I've made them as well. I quite like them. I guess the traditional black and tan would be Guinness and Bass Pale Ale. I know this is going to taste better than that combination. So, beer in the glass. Yeah, like a really dark mahogany, very, very dark kind of red. More red than brown. Yeah, it kind of looks like a really well conditioned like eau de brune or something like that. Interesting looking beer. Slightly off-white, kind of newspaper coloured head. So let's check out the aroma. This should be where it really comes alive. Oh yeah. Oh, that's lovely. That's fantastic. Oh, it's a wonderful, wonderful combination of kind of fruit aromas. There's a real kind of like sharp citrus side of it, which you're getting kind of grapefruit flesh, orange peel. You're getting a lot of kind of citrus juice, citrus flesh, loads of pithy dryness. And then there's a lovely kind of sweeter edge to this, which it reminds me of like kind of sweets, cola bottles. It's got that kind of sweetness to it. It's definitely got blueberry, blackcurrant, then quite a slightly resinous note in there. A hint of kind of sweet soy sauce. Yeah, a lovely just combination of lovely fruity aromas. Slight hint of fresh pine, but it's a big fruit cocktail. Smells great, and those two sides are working absolutely perfect. As far as those dark malt characters in, they are there, but I think it's all been kind of like compromised by just the amount of hops that are in this beer. So the dark malt, unlike say in Black Rocks or especially in Imperial Black, which I think is absolutely amazing beer, maybe Buxton's best beer. Yeah, you don't get that kind of roast, which is really interesting. It's kind of doing what it said it was going to do. Impressive. Anyway, let's dive in. Cheers. Whoa. Well, that comes up to me. Yeah, I'll say out right now, I'm not a huge fan of Axe Edge. For me, it's always been a bit harsh, but this it kind of takes the edges off Axe Edge. It's still biting. It's still kind of like really grabbing at you, but it's not as kind of astringent and slightly chalky as Axe Edge is. And I think you are getting a slight kind of bitterness of the dark malts in the flavour, but still a really quite seriously hot bitter beer. A really dry bitterness. I'm going to say you're getting espresso. You're getting loads of really dry pith. It's still quite a juicy flavour in there, and I think there is a hint of coffee running through this, like black coffee. Top of a kind of like burnt loaf of bread. Ooh, a back end is really dry, sharp bitterness. That's good. Maybe a hint of kind of treacle in there. But this is a big old hop party, is this? Wow. It's kind of like cold coffee and just stupid amounts of hops. There is a good amount of hop flavour in there, but I think the bitterness is really kind of like prevailing. Is it a black and tan? From the ones I've personally made, I do like to get the more the sweetness that you're going to get from a stout, which adds to the kind of hop flavours of the IPA or pale ale, whatever you're using in your black and tan. Well, what this is, does its job. It's a funny one. It's a confusing beer. It's not a black IPA. It's not a Cascadian dark ale. It's not. It's what it is. I like it though. It's yeah, it's much more bitter, much more kind of hop forward than Black Rocks is, which is still, it's closer to Black Rocks than it is to Axe Edge for me. And for me, that's a good thing, because as I said, I'm not a huge fan of that beer. Anyway, do you know, now I want a bottle of Imperial Black to go on after it as well. Damn it, I can't get any at the moment. Anyway, stop your waffling. So that's a bottle of Buxton Brewery's Axe Rocks, and that is a super hopped black and tan. It certainly is. 6.4% ABV. Nice conditioned. Nice stuff. I'm Rob from HopZine.com. See you next time. Cheers.